So now that I've got the GS550 in a happier place, in a more sort of stable place, I've got the tank and everything painted for that, I'm going to jump back onto the CX. I've just fancied a change, to be honest. It's nice having two projects where you can jump from one to the other and you can sort of leave things alone, have a think about what you're going to do next rather than having to rush everything. Especially when you're doing YouTube videos. You're trying to think of content that you can do for next week and what other jobs you can do in the bike. So it's nice to have two to sort of dabble in between. This week, like I said, the CX500. It's so close to being powder coated. One thing I did remember that I need to sort out before sending it off to the powder coaters is the silencer. Where exactly or how is the exhaust going to run through, and where is the silencer going to bolt on? So I have this neat little matte black shorty silencer. To be honest, it probably doesn't silence it that much. You've got a baffle inside which you can remove with that bolt there, take it all out, so it kind of becomes a straight through system if you want it to be. So as you can see with this, it comes with this extra little bit to clip on. So I'm just going to determine now roughly where I'm going to put it. You can obviously drill a hole wherever you want, it's fine, so it doesn't have to be absolute millimetre perfect on this. I just need some kind of indication of where to put the tabs on. Obviously I've cut off the old tabs that held the exhaust because they were huge. Absolutely, you could swing off those tabs. So I just need to put a neat little tab on today, and also I can finish off grinding the rest of the frame. So where those exhaust tabs used to be, I can grind those off now ever so neatly and suss out anything else that I need to do. Also, what I need to do today, I'm not sure if I'll be able to fit it into this video, but I need to create two piles for the powder coaters. A red pile and a black pile. Obviously the bike's going to be a mixture of black and red, and I'm going to send a few Suzuki piles away to be powder coated at the same time, just to keep the cost down. That's my plan. So the pain with this now, not really pain, it's part fun, is I'm going to have to put the bike back together roughly, just so I can put the exhaust around and see exactly where this is going. I can't do it any other way. The engine has to go back in, so that's first. Right, so what I've done now is I've put the whole bike back together pretty much as I want it to be once it's been powder coated and everything. The reason I've done this is just to make sure that everything's in the right place. And what I've just finished off doing now is measuring the exhaust, or measuring where the silencer is going to go. So obviously it's a two-in-one exhaust system. So I'm going to be changing the muffler, the silencer, from this big horn that's at the end of the bike to that smaller one that I showed you, that smaller black shorty pipe is what you call them. So I've marked everything out, made sure that the new pipe is going to fit where I want it to fit, and also marked off where I need to put the new brackets. I just need to grind off the old tabs, weld the new one on. So as laborious and as daft as this seems, I've had to do it. So I'm going to have to now strip the entire bike back to the frame again and grind down any imperfections that I've got, and also weld this new exhaust tab on. So let's do that now. So what I've got here is not only the cleanest workbench I've had since I've built it, but I'm going to separate things into two piles now. So I'm going to have red on the left side and black on the right hand side. So everything that's going to be powder coated red is going to go left and black is going to go on the right. So at least I can split them up now. This big one here, this is going at the front of the bike. So definitely going in the red pile. And there we have it now, that's now welded on. So it's recycled from the end of the tail of the CX that used to be there. It used to be at the very, very end, and I think that there held the rear mudguard in place. So why not recycle it? I mean, it's perfect, it's a neat shape, it's got the nut already in, neatly welded inside. Okay, so my welding skills aren't the best in the world, I'm gonna admit that, but at least you can tidy up your weld afterwards, and it's strong enough as well. So it's strong enough to hold the silencer, the muffler, on there, so... And this is what I'm left with here. So, red pile, I've got 3 bits. Why? Oh yeah, the frame, 4 bits. And then 3 other bits for the frame itself. I've just put a quick bit of spray on that just so I can label the colour basically. I was bored, painted it. And the black pile, so there's quite a few bits in the black pile. These are all the bits that I don't really want to stand out. I want them to sort of fade away into the background, which is why they're all going to be black. There's a GS bit in there. I need to put the rest of the GS parts in there as well. And that's it. Okay, so over the next week now, I think I'm going to try and get this into the powder coaters next week, or this coming week I should say. All depends how much work they've got. They might be able to turn it around in a couple of days, so hopefully, you know, next week, the week after, I'll have a CX back from powder coaters, all ready to be reassembled once again, but this time for real. I can put new bolts on, I can start putting out the new cables, the engine in finally, and that can stay in place then, and you can see how it all comes together, and I'm so looking forward to it. Honestly, when the tank and the paint and everything comes together, that's when you start getting a buzz about your builds. I know this is a laborious process, going through all these things that we have to go through. This is the true side of building a motorbike. You're going to get days where you're going to be doing really boring stuff, but you know that the end goal is going to be so much fun, it's going to give you so much pleasure, and that's why we do it. So if you like both these bikes, if you want to keep up to date with both these, then don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and then you'll get notified as soon as the video's up. Also, check out the For the Bold merchandise if you want to give your support on fortheboldindustries.com, and I'll see you next week.